Guys, within 2 minutes, I'm going to start the class. Today, I'm going to talk about variables in Python. Guys, okay, let's start the class. Let me start the class. Okay. Today's topic is about variables in Python. What is a variable? Here, here is the definition of the variable. Variables are containers for storing data values. There's a lots of we can have lots of definitions for variables, but the meaning of the variables, meaning of the definitions are same. I'll tell you another definition. A Python variable is a reserved memory locations to store values. A variable is nothing but a container which stores the value in a memory location. A variable is nothing but a memory location. We name the memory location. We name the memory location to store a value. That is called a variable. In other words, a variable in a Python program gives data for processing. For running a program, if we take an example, let's add a plus b. A is a variable and b is a variable. B is another variable. To add both a and b, we have to store values in a variable a and variable b. Then only we can add the values So that is okay. I'll tell you. Okay, guys. The next topic is how to declare a variable. I hope you understood what is a variable, and I'll tell you how to declare a variable. Let's take alphabet A equals to 100. Here we have declared a variable A. We have stored the value 100 in a variable A in a memory location named A. Okay, this is the declaration of a variable. We can print the value of 100 by using a variable A. Sorry. So we got the output. Okay. How to delete a variable? How to delete the variable? How can we delete it? Okay, by using a simple command delete A. We have deleted the variable. How can you know that we have deleted the variable or not? If we check, if we print the variable A, it will throw an error as name A is not defined. Name A is not defined. It will throw an error if we try to print the deleted variable. Okay. Now I will talk about how the variable names. Okay, variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. The meaning of this is we don't need to, unlike other programming languages, we don't need to specify the type of the variable. In other programming languages, we let's take in C language or in Java, we need to declare the variable type. Is it a float? Is it a integer? Is it a character? Is it a array? We need to specify the data type of the variable. So in Python, we don't need to specify the data type of the variable because of its dynamic typing. We don't need to specify the data type of the variable because I have already declared, I have already shown you in the previous example. In the previous example, we haven't specified the data type of the variable. Here, let's take A equals to 100 again. We have I haven't specified the data type of the variable A, but it will show, as I said to you yesterday, it will give the type of the variable. How is it possible? Because of its dynamic typing, it will take the type of the variable at runtime by using the value, by analyzing the value. Okay. Now I will talk about variable names. There are some rules to declare variables, to specify variables in Python, as like any other programming languages. In Python, a variable name must start with a letter or underscore. A letter, an alphabet letter. It must start with an alphabet letter or an underscore character. A variable name cannot start with a number. It must not start with a number. It will throw an error if you start a variable with a number. A variable can name only contain a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Any special characters must not be allowed to create a variable. Only A to Z alpha numeric character. A to Z characters only allowed. 0 to 9 numerics are only allowed, and underscore will be allowed to create a variable. Variable names are case sensitive. This is the very important point you have to remember, because here there is an example. See here, age age small letters. The age with small letters is different from capital A small g small e is different. Both are different in Python. We can create, it may be the same meaning, but they're case sensitive. Case sensitive means if we change from uppercase to lowercase, both of the variables are different. Here three of the age variables are different. Okay, I'll show you some examples. Okay, I'll show you uh, some legal and illegal variable names. This is a legal variable. Why? Because we started with uh, a letter. We haven't started with any number. We can use underscore. Can use underscore. We can start with underscore. This is the first variable that we have declared here. My variable is different from that I am declaring right now, because the letter started with the letter started here is a capital letter M, but before my variable, the variable that I have declared before is started with a small letter m, lowercase letter m. We can end with a numeric, but we don't have to start. We must not to start a variable with a numeric or any special characters. We can end the variable with a numeric. Now I will show you about the illegal variable names. If we start the variable name with the number, it will throw an error, syntax error. Why? Because a variable must not start with a numeric. If you use any special characters like hyphen, what happened? Let's see. It will also show an error, because we don't allow to create a variable with any special characters like a dollar, a hash, at the rate, percentage symbols, and ampersand symbols, star, etc. We don't allow to create such type of variables. And another thing is, can you say why it is showing an error? We haven't started with a numeric. We haven't used any type of special characters here. We just use The string, I mean characters here, letters, lowercase letters here. Do you know why? Because it's throwing an error. Because we have used a space here. Because of using space here, it will throw an error. We are not allowed to make it make a space between the name or the characters of the variable. So the characters of the variable, the letters of the variable must be in sequence. Now I would like to talk about data types of the variable. None. None is a variable. Sorry. None. If we haven't stored any type of values in a variable, we just declare the variable. So the data type of the variable is none. Let's coming to numeric data types. What are numeric data types? Integers, float, complex. All these comes under numeric data types. I will show you some examples. Integers. What is an integer? A equals to 100. Type. To know the type of the variable that we have declared, to know the type of the variable that we have declared, by using type we can declare, we can know the type of the variable. Yeah. Integer. What is an integer? The value that is with any number, 12, 13, 14, 14. These all are integers. The value that is with uh, 12.5, 12.4, 3.5, these all are float values. These all are float values. That's complex. 4 plus 5j is a complex number because of having with imaginary numbers. J is an imaginary 5j. Okay. These all are numeric data types. Bool. What is I'll talk now I'm talking about Boolean. In Boolean there are true and false. Just true and false will be there in a Boolean data type. If we talk about 3 greater than 4, sorry 3 less than 4, enter. Is it true? Yes, it's true because 3 less than 4, so it is giving an output called true. That is a Boolean. True is a Boolean data type. 4 less than 5. Yes, it's also true. 4 greater than 5 is false. In computer, everything will be done by using a true and false. If it's true, the work will be done. If it false, the work will be done in another way. By using the true and false, everything will be set in a right position. Okay, let's come to another data types, list and set. Okay, let's come to list data type. We can declare list. List is same like array in Java. In Python list is same like an array in Java. We can store values. We can different types of values in list. You can store a integer. You can store a float value. We can store a complex value. Let's take like this. A list. A list will be declared by using square braces. By using a square braces, we can declare a list. We can do operations on list. I will tell you in later classes. Okay, this is list is one of the data types. Set is another data type. We can declare set by using curly braces. This is a set data type. Tuple is another data type. We can declare tuple by using braces. There is a data type called string. We can declare the strings, whatever the input that we are taking from an input function will be a string. Everything will be in Python. Everything that we have taken in Python is a string. After that only we can convert the strings into integers, into floats, into a complex, whatever we want. So here is the way how to declare the string data types. How to declare the string. So here is the string data type. If we use the type function, it will show it as str. Str means it belongs to the string data type. There is another data type called range. Range of 10. Range of 10 means it will start from 0 and end with 10. end with n minus 1, 10 minus 1, end with 9, 0 to 9. The range of the numerics that we have taken is from 0 to 9. If we wants to convert those from into it, if we wants to store those in a list, we can write like this. Stop. List of range of 10. It can give output as 0 to 9. Because range function would take from 0 to, that we have given range 10 means 0 to 10. It will take the range from 0 to n minus 1. So it has taken just up to 9 only. Okay, I will talk about another data type called dictionary. Dictionary is, what is dictionary? Dictionary is different from these data types because we can store. I'll talk about all these data types in later classes. I'm giving a brief introduction about these data types. What is dictionary? Dictionary. What is dictionary? Uh, if we wants to know, if you have buy, if you have buy some, if you have friends, four of your friends buy different phones, different type of mobiles. Let's take iPhone, OnePlus, Redmi, Realme. Okay, your friends have different names. Most of the people can buy the same phone, but your friends have different names at the same time. At the same time, you can like your friend have buy Naveen and have buy OnePlus. Buy, if you wants to store a string, if you want in other programming languages, let's take a Java or C++. We usually store the characters, store the English variables, English names as characters, but in Python we store them as strings. So we need to, if we wants to store a string in Python, we need to end the name. We need to end the name, end the string, both on either side with quotes. We need to store the string with quotes on either side of it. It's very important, otherwise it will throw an error. Kumar. Double quotes you can store with double quotes or single quotes. But iPhone. Okay. This is a special data type in Python. This is called key. By using by declaring like this, we can retrieve the names of the variable. We can retrieve the values by using keys. We can retrieve the keys by using values. This is called a value. So, sorry, this is called a key. This is called a value. Value of that key. This is also a value. This is also key. We may have numerous. We may have number of keys and values, but okay. Let's retrieve by using. Let's retrieve the values of the keys by using keys. We can retrieve them by using I have declared the name with the dictionary by using the dictionary. And now I'm retrieving the keys from the variable. Where the data type from the variable dictionary. Okay, I have retrieved the keys from the dictionary. Now I want to retrieve the values from the dictionary named with variable name dictionary. Okay, I have retrieved both values and keys. Okay, now I would like to get a only value from a particular name, particular key. Okay, we can get by using a get function. You can get the value of the key by using a get function. Naveen. As I said to you that we can declare we can store the strings by using a single quotes and double quotes. Okay, now I would like to get the value of the key. Value of the key, Naveen. Oh, sorry, dictionary. Its name dictionary. Okay, Naveen buy the cell phone OnePlus. So this is the output. Okay, now I would like to talk about assign values to multiple variables. How can we assign a multiple variables to, multiple values to multiple variables? These all are the different data types will be available in Python. There is each class for each data type. In further classes, I will talk about these data types clearly. You can understand. You don't have to bother. Okay, you don't need to worry. I'm just giving introduction to the data types. These all are called the standard data types. Now I'm going to talk about the how to assign different variables, different values to different variables at a time. X, Y, Z can assign directly by using equal to is an assignment operator here. Is an assignment operator here. The value that we are giving on the right side of the assignment operator equal to will store in the left side will store in the memory location that we have given in the left side. Okay, take X, yes. Okay. We want to print X, it will gives you S. Print Y, it will gives you T. It will gives you G. we can store these values. We can store different values in different variable names at a time. This is assigning values to multiple variables. Assigning different values to assigning different variables. We can uh, assign same value to different variables also. X comma y comma z equals to 5. You can assign like, I'm sorry. Okay. Now I would like to talk about the output variables. I'll tell you the topic tomorrow. How to assign same value to different variables. I'll check it and I'll tell you. Okay. I would like to talk about our output variables. The Python print statement is often used to output variables. How to combine both text and the variable. Here you can see. Here you can see how to combine both text and the variable. Print. If you take a variable a equals to 100, print of integer. It's an integer, as you know that. By using plus, you can by using a plus operator, you can concatenate the both the string sorry str both the strings. Here we are converting the integer into string. After that, we are concatenating both the strings. Okay, we can use the same plus character for computing the values. Let's take x equals to 5, y equals to 10. You can print both the values, x plus 5, sorry, x plus y. So we'll get the output. You can use the place character to compute the values also. This is one of the operators. If you try to concatenate a string, with an integer, let's take d plus 5. Sorry. You will get an error because concatenation is not allowed to concatenate both one string and one integer. Okay guys, that's it for today's class.